I would be like, I didn't do that. Oh, I forget. That would be so funny. It takes me down that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monarchs Live from the ballpark. It's the top of the hour, just about an hour away from first pitch. Dan Vaughn with you as we come your way and get ready for game two of this three-game series. Short little homestand here, only home for three, but it's interesting part of the schedule. Three against Sioux Falls rather. Three against Sioux Falls this weekend. Then King County after the off day. Then three more against King County. It's a back to back to back to back. Those quirks in the schedule, and we have plenty of those quirks in the schedule this season. Let's check the numbers today. The starting lineup card brought to you by Price Chopper from manager Joe Campietro. His bunch will look like this tonight. Let me bring this down and bring you into the booth here with me as Darnell Swindy leads off at center. Chad De La Guerra bats second. Chad will be at second base. David Thompson batting third, and David over at third base. Bring the audio just a tad down here. We get a little loud there. Just a little bit loud. I'm a little loud here. You know that happens. Matt Adams, the DH, about fourth for Kansas City. Casey Gillespie with the lone RBI last night in the win. He'll be in right field. He'll bat fifth. J.C. Escada will play first base again tonight. He'll bat sixth. Pete Cosma batting seventh. And Pete will be over at shortstop. Willie Abreu's in left. Willie had a three-hit night last night, 3 for 4 for Kansas City. In left field, Alexis Almeida will catch. He'll bat ninth for Kansas City. Darnell Swinny, Chad De La Guerra, David Thompson, Matt Adams, Casey Gillespie, J.C. Escada, and then Pete Cosma, Willie Abreu, and Alexis Almeida for Kansas City. Tonight, the Monarchs at 41-22. Tied for the division lead, but because the Monarchs have the head-to-head over Fargo, technically are the division leader. Second best record in the association as a 2-game advantage Chicago has over both Fargo and Kansas City. They're 43-20, and the Monarchs and the Fargos are 41-22. Big night for baseball at the ballpark. In the seventh inning tonight, we will retire Buck O'Neill's 22, and that coming up. And then here just a few minutes, and I'll put this on the screen for you. And there we go. We've got the Cooperstown Chats coming up at about 18 minutes from now, 17 minutes from now, something like that, down below us in the plaza, right below us. Should be a great time down there. And, of course, tonight during the stretch, we will retire the greatness of Buck O'Neill's 22, and ready for that tonight in about, the game starts in 55 minutes and 21 seconds to be exact from Legends Field here in Kansas City. Other notes as far as, really nothing more that a couple folks asked me today how John Hernandez was. Joe will talk about that tonight on the Swope Health Report, but John Hernandez here working out and running and getting his work in. And other than that, the team seems to be ready to go. Matt Hartman tonight, he'll be facing Tyler Garco, a pair of right-handers. Hartman, he's been so successful before the All-Star break, kind of bit of for him, a down spot, but Joe will address that as well on the top step tonight, brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. But Matt Hartman looking to continue the starting rotation, which has been outstanding as of late. Rotation in their last 5 times through, 4 of the 5 have been quality starts. So the Monarchs have been really spot on in that department. Coming up at the bottom of the hour at 6:30, we'll roll the pregame open tonight. Your Monarchs 101 DB will wrap the pregame up tonight. We're going to look at a life of a pretty I say well-known, not necessarily a Hall of Fame guy, but a guy that you should know about. We'll talk about a guy named Rainey tonight in the pregame show. Also, our flashback moment brought to you by Coors Light. Take it to 1940 to Olympia, Washington. And those 2 things you'd find at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum there at 18th and Vine, our partners in this great baseball endeavor we call the Kansas City Monarchs. Joe Campietro will join us on the top step as well. You're around the American Association numbers, all that tonight on the pregame, beginning on the radio side, and I'll put that up for you on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Radio side beginning here in about 27 minutes. We'll get the radio up and running. Now, the AA Baseball TV tonight is going to have your pregame conversation. That baseball chats will be carried by AA Baseball TV. So the pregame tonight actually beginning a little earlier on the TV side tonight. And for $14.99, you too can be a part of AA Baseball TV. Get all the home and away Monarchs action. Perhaps you want to watch David Thompson's home run derby performance. It's there. in the archives of AA Baseball TV. But the production crew down the hallway will have us ready to go. And in just about 15 minutes time to get you ready for those Cooperstown Chats tonight from Legends Field in Kansas City. Radio side beginning at 6:30. There'll be normal pregame for us there. And that comes your way tonight from Legends Field in Kansas City. On Mix LR, of course, the booth cam will also be up. You better watch us basically in the same camera, except a different angle from that direction back here in the booth and get you ready tonight. Monarchs and the Sioux Falls Canaries, game 2 of this 3-game series, game 2 of this 6 in a row with the Yellowbirds. And Monarchs looking to make it 2 in a row here, continue the winning ways at home, 25-8 here at this ballpark. All right, the Monarchs and the Canaries coming up top of the next hour as we get rolling right along on a Wednesday night for baseball. By the way, tonight's promotion, I guess I should give this to you as well. Tonight's promotion, let's just pull up on the screen for you and bring this down real quickly here so you guys can see what I am talking about. But tonight, 10% off food, bev, and merch, and $1 hot dogs on a winning Wednesday here at Legends Field in Kansas City. All right, bring that down. Ready for a 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs? I'm ready for a 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs. Think you guys are ready as well as the Monarchs and Canaries coming up the top of the next hour. 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs. I'll see you in the broadcast. Not everybody.